If you've been struggling to make money in Escape from Tarkov 1.0 or you're constantly running out of good ammunition, the Icebreaker event might be the best opportunity we've had since the wipe. Most players are treating Icebreaker like a difficult endgame challenge, but this event is absolutely loaded with valuable loot, high tier ammo, high tier armor, and opportunities to make millions of rubles if you know what you're doing. Hey guys, I'm Ghost and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I've been farming Icebreaker. We're going to cover the route that I run, the loot that you should prioritize, the ammunition that's worth taking, and also some combat tips to help you survive long enough to actually get your rewards out. I'm going to explain how you can clear Icebreaker solo, but if you have a duo, just know that it's going to be much easier. Whether you're trying to build your bankroll, prepare for future quests, or just fill your ammo cases without spending a fortune on traders, this guide will show you how to get the most out of Icebreaker. Let's get into it. Okay, so quick disclaimer, there are a million videos out there on how to unlock Icebreaker, how to transit to Icebreaker, and how to complete the Boreas questline. Because those guys are out there from incredible creators, this video is not going to cover that. This video is going to be about how to complete the first section of Icebreaker, how to fight the Black Division and the Rogues, and how to get to that extract so you can start making money and farming meta gear fast. So the first thing we need to discuss is what to bring as your loadout. I highly recommend bringing something like a budget MDR, a budget M4, or a budget SCAR. Lately I've been bringing a 545 MDR and having great success with it. As you can see, I keep this thing very basic. Just throw on a cheap foregrip, a flashlight, and your favorite optic and you'll be just fine. I personally don't bring anything with zoom because I don't feel like you need it on the boat. For ammo, I like to bring a 60 round magazine and a spare 30 with a stack of about 50-ish rounds to repack the mags. The only thing I'll say about your ammo choice is to make sure that you're able to penetrate class 4 armor easily. Rogues and Black Division have an insanely fast reaction speed, so you need to aim for the head to drop them quickly. None of them wear any helmets greater than class 4, so that's why I recommend this ammo. For me, I've been bringing M855A1. It's going to cut through them like butter. Next, I like to bring a budget headset like the M32 because you'll be able to upgrade to ComTac 5s or 6s in the raid. Armor isn't really that important, I just take whatever I have laying around, but you will want to make sure that you have at least a class 5 plate in the front. I don't usually bring a face mask or a helmet, again I just like to grab these from my enemy. If you want to look tactical though, you can always throw on a beret. Next, you're going to want to bring the largest backpack that you have access to. I recommend at least ensuring you have 2 separate 4x4 areas inside your bag so you can bring tons of top tier Black Division armor out with you. We prestige a little while ago, so I don't really have access to all the best backpacks at this time, but you can get around this by throwing partisan bags inside of whatever backpack you have access to. For meds, I like to bring a Salewa and a hemostat to stop heavy bleeds. Keep a Serve 12 in your special slot along with a green flare. You're going to need the flare to extract. I also like to bring 2 grenades to start with. Which grenades you choose doesn't really matter, you're mainly using these for intel, and since that's their purpose, I would avoid bringing anything with a short fuse so you avoid any untimely transits back to your stash. If you've ever thrown a grenade in Tarkov, you know the trajectory of the grenades can be unreliable and kind of wonky sometimes. The one grenade you do not want to forget is a green smoke grenade. Keep this in your backpack so you don't accidentally throw it prematurely when you're meant to throw another one. I've had this happen a few times and it's not fun. There are a ton of meds and other grenades in Icebreaker, so you don't need to go crazy bringing too much in. Trust me, you're going to find more meds than you'll be able to take out. In my secure container, I recommend you bring 2 injector cases if you can. You're absolutely going to find more than 18 stims, but this way they'll only take up 2 slots. After that, don't forget your painkillers and make sure you have enough money to transit to the map and also extract. You're going to need 400,000 rubles to transit to Icebreaker even if you have it unlocked on your main screen, and then you're going to need 2,500 euros in order to pay the helicopter to take the extract. I know this is a steep ticket to enter, but if you don't extract, you're only out 400k rubles. And if you did make it to the extract, you're going to have way more money to make up for any losses you've been suffering to get there in previous raids. Also, quick note before we move on, remember insurance does not work on Icebreaker, so when you swap out your gear for upgrades, it's not coming back. Now that we're kitted up, let's head to the map. Alright, so lately I've been running this map almost identically, and it's been very successful. I'm going to show you examples of how to deal with the rogues in the beginning, where to find the loot, and how to progress to the next area. First thing I do is head over to the door on the right. Once you open the door, it's possible for night or some rogues to be sitting there, so sprint back and right hand peek to see if they're there. Sometimes they'll walk up after the door is open, so just stand by 1 second. If you don't hear any coming your way, I like to throw a grenade down the hall to make them start to move, or just head right. Once you engage one rogue, usually a handful of others will start to come towards you, and you can just pick them off. Remember, rogues have a very fast reaction time, so quick peek while releasing 2 to 3 bullets towards their head. This strategy usually does the trick. There are only a few things I will loot the rogues for in this area. I like to take their IFAKs or AFAKs, any grenades they're carrying, maybe a tier 5 plate from Knight's Rig, but mainly I always check their backpacks for intel and blue folders. Don't bother checking the ammo in this section, like 99% of the time these rogues are going to have trash ammo and the weapons are all damaged. You're going to be able to get meta weapons, armor, and ammo from the Black Division in the next section. Now in regards to looting this area, stims, painkillers, IFAKs, stuff like that can spawn on the beds, on the floor, on the tabletops, on the little medical crates on the floor. Just make sure you're checking everywhere. Put all the stims in your injector case. As a quick note, morphine, adrenaline, and L1 stims are the cheapest, so every other stim will take priority over these. While moving around and looting, make sure you jiggle peek the room and hallways, as sometimes rogues like to sit in them quietly and not move. More often than not though, you'll hear their feet pivoting, which is an excellent audio cue. Once you are done looting the first floor for meds, the keycard to access the next area will always spawn near this man on the ground. It can either spawn in either of his hands or on the floor around him. And now that the first floor is clear and we have the keycard, we need to head downstairs to fight more rogues and get more loot. I don't like running down the central stairs. It's very awkward as there are a lot of angles that the rogues can blast you from, so I like to head back out to the deck and jump down the hole into the freezer. Once you get over there, make sure you throw your bag down first so you don't take that much damage when you hop in. Now down here, I always like to head right to get the right hand peek down the hallway. If it's ever feeling a little quiet or you don't know if you got all the rogues, just throw a grenade down the hallway. It's a quick way to get all the intel you need. Once this entire area has been cleared, you are free to loot. I like to go into that computer command room area. You're going to find tech loot all along the panels and also on the ground underneath them. Some moonshine can also spawn in the kitchen, so make sure you poke your head in there and have a look. This is also a good opportunity to eat and drink if you need to. Once you're ready to move on, just swipe the access card on the panel to open up the door to the next area. As you're walking through here, just make sure you grab any loot that looks decent. This part of the map is very linear, so just keep going until you reach the sealed door to the engine room. Okay, in this section, we're going to talk about clearing the engine room. I'm going to show you guys two examples on how to do this. The first example is the easiest way to clear the engine room, and almost everybody is doing this right now. The second example will be how to fight the Black Division straight up if that's what you want to do. Okay, so first up is how to cheese the engine room. I always pre-med the engine room even if I'm going to cheese it just in case something goes wrong. Pop your painkiller, and then I like to use a Zagustin to prevent bleeds. Next, throw your bag down at the bottom of the stairs. The Black Division won't spawn until you progress about a third of the way into the engine room. Next, you're going to want to throw a green smoke grenade underhanded straight down so it's going to roll and end in this general area. Just wait a second to let the smoke bloom and fill up until it's relatively thick, and then walk past the red line to trigger the Black Division to spawn, and then immediately turn around and sprint behind the tank. Once you're safely behind the tank, just crouch and wait a second. This is going to be stressful at first, but trust me, just stay like this and all of the Black Division will walk into a straight line in front of you and you can take them all out one at a time. As soon as they stop walking around, swing on them and start blasting. This technique usually gets all of them, but sometimes one or two will escape. If you're unclear if any got away, just throw a grenade to the far back of the room and listen for movement to eliminate any lingering Black Division. Okay, so now let's quickly discuss how to fight the Black Division straight up just in case the green smoke technique gets patched. What I like to do is walk close to the Black Division trigger point in the room and then try to pick off one or two if I can when they spawn in. Whether I get one or not, I will immediately fall back after my volley to get behind cover. All throughout the fight, I will use these tanks as hard cover and continue using that strategy of quick peeks and small volleys toward their heads to take them out. Be ready for some serious vertical combat here, guys, because the Black Div really like to walk towards you on the upper levels. You're going to be able to hear them coming though, so just ADS and get ready. If you're in a bad position, just throw some grenades to make a move. As you can see, I'm going to suffer some damage throughout this fight. Just be smart about when you try to heal. Green stims or ETGs are great for getting you through this fight. The engine room is pretty difficult, but honestly, if you've made it this far in the game, you're more than capable of dealing with this. It just might take some practice. Good luck.
Fuck! I'm hurt. Titan 3. Target sighted. I'm in.
Now before I loot the room, I always make sure no black div are hiding in the upper rooms or by the stairs leading to the next area. Again, just throw some grenades to get intel and check. If anyone is over there, they're either going to run out or voice line and you can deal with them. Once the engine room area is clear, you're free to loot up. It's at this point I like to ditch my armor for one of theirs. Ideally, I'll be wearing one of their black rigs on my PMC, and then I can fit 2 more inside my backpack and fill those with loot. It's also at this point that I'll usually ditch my budget MDR for an HK and then take another HK to spare. Black Division weapons usually come with full durability and they always use meta ammo. Go ahead and take whatever ammo you want. I don't actually run 9mm, so I usually just take the 5.56x45 and 300 blackout ammo. Sometimes I'll take the MP7 ammo or the P90 ammo if I have time, but it's not my priority. If you're a little too heavy at this point, just pop a mule stim and you're good to go. Odds are you probably found one in the medical area at the first part of the ship. If you guys are looking to access the locked area downstairs, you can look through the window of the office to spot the door code. The loot down here is a bit hit or miss. The best thing I've ever found is a Tetris. Like waste all their money. It's really good at that. Alright, now once you're ready to go, it's time to head up the stairs and move towards your exfil and the helipad. Now before fighting the black div here, always throw your bag down. The easiest and fastest way I found to fight the black div here is to just lob an underhand grenade over the barricade and swing on them while they're running around. Just repeat this method until they're all taken out. Lob the grenade, peek, spray for their head, repeat. Simple as that. Once the black div are gone, usually 3 to 4, whether you're running solo or in a team, you are free to loot them up and call in the helicopter to reset. And that's it for how to use Icebreaker to farm meta ammo, armor, attachments, meds, all that in Escape from Tarkov 1.0. I really hope this video helps you guys make the most of this map. If this guide helped you, remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Tarkov vids. Also, let me know in the comments what you guys have been thinking about Icebreaker so far. Do you like the event? I personally found the transit on Shoreline to be incredibly frustrating, but once you can just head straight to this map, it's actually a lot of fun. Anyways, as always guys, thanks for watching. I'm Ghost, and I'll see you in the next raid.